Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you.
What's up? You really like that?
Let's shut up and grab some tape. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? The college football season hath concluded, and when that happens, this time of the calendar year, everybody's looking forward to the NFL draft. So what everyone's talking about. What we do around here is a little bit unique. It's a little bit specific, right? We get up on that board. We break down a lot of college football tape. We don't get too specific about individual players. That's what we're going to do today, and that's what we're going to do in this series upcoming with the NFL draft, particularly at the quarterback position. That's where we're going to start. It's the big money position, and I have my thoughts going into this, as I always do, Jonathan, about what I think about these individual players before I really get into the deep dive of the individual film studies. And going into this study, man, I got 5 quarterbacks at the top of this board and some D&Ts, some do not touches right now going into this preliminary, right? Number 1 on our board, Cam Ward. Number 2, Shedeur Sanders. Number 3, big fan of Dylan Gabriel on this channel. I'm interested to see how he stacks in comparison to the rest of these guys. Jackson Dart in at number 4, Kyle McCord in at number 5. Some D&T, some do not touches. Jalen Milroe ain't touching it. I just can't do it on the NFL level, not doing it. Quinn Ewers right now is a non-touchable in this NFL draft for me, especially with regards to those top 90 evals overall. Riley Leonard, love the game management, love the wits. It's a do not touch right now from an NFL draft perspective. And then I got a guy hanging out over here, Jonathan. He's just hanging out over here staring at me with a I done told you so, made you look stupid all year, Will Howard. Don't know what I'm going to do with it right now, but we're going to figure out with it throughout this process. Now, I ranked them before the studies. I am 100% expecting these things to change because my feelings are going to change about these individuals after I watch them, in full gasp. Like, we're going to take a real stern look at Cam Ward today. And I'm going to be honest, Jonathan, I don't know. I don't know if I would gamble my NFL general management career off of some of these decisions and just an unwillingness to take what we should take and try to just do way too much all the time. Especially, I tweeted about this today, Jonathan, especially with what we've seen with Caleb Williams, the lackadaisical lack of pocket management, the inability to step up in pockets. That stuff would scare me about Cam Ward, and I'm going to show you that today. But there is no doubt about this, Jonathan. This is one of the most talented throwers of the football I think we've ever studied on this network. I mean, this guy can rip it, and I can't wait to show it to you today. All right, for those of you who are new to the network, we got a couple of rules around here. All right, if you learn anything about football, you must subscribe. If you learn anything about your favorite football team, you must subscribe. And if you have any fun today at all, you must subscribe. All right, let's shut up and let's grind the tape. I always do a terrible job, Jonathan, of actually introducing myself to like brand new users, who I am, what I do. So if you're new to the network today, I am Brooks Austin. I'm the director of recruiting for Sports Illustrated. Played a little college ball back in my day. Football is what I love. Football is what I do. And I think I talk it pretty good up here on this board. So welcome in. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button here on the forefront. We finna get after it. All right, let's start with play number 4. And I'm going to tell you what, if you're one of these older generation folks, and this is not me, but I can see NFL decision makers being this guy. If you're a guy who really, really harps on body language, if you're a guy who really, really harps on doing everything right at the quarterback position, I'm going to go on and let you know this ain't yours. This is not your one, and this is a direct example of it right here. When we're talking about body language, when we're talking about a guy who like walks with his chest out and just, follows the ball or does all of the high effort stuff, lunch paily shit that a lot of these GMs like, this ain't going to be your guy. Watch him after this throw, okay? First of all, we're leaning and we're just flicking that one because we can do this. We're a really talented thrower of the football. We're leaning and we're just flicking that one, and then watch this after the catch. We just, we just gonna stand in place and we gonna watch that football, all right? So if you're one of these guys that wants to see a rah-rah, leader, out in front of the cameras, if you want to see this Fugazi Russell Wilson guy, this is not your quarterback, okay? This is a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? This guy's cool, Jonathan. he is an efficient, what I would say, cutter of the football, Jonathan. He gets to the edge of it, and he really stands firm on those the outer edge of that ball and spins it really, really well. Okay, now, he does have a tendency, as we're going to show you during today's film study, to elevate the football. Balls will float on him because of just how rotational he can be. He can be a guy that drops it all the way down, basically 90 degrees of his shoulder, and we have a real stern tendency to get onto the edge of those footballs, right? And when we're on the bottom of those footballs as opposed to the edge of those balls, them things are going to float on us, and floating footballs is a bad combination. All right, but he is an efficient cutter of the football. It's a real smooth stroke, particularly on these intermediate routes. Okay, and you can see it right here. When he gets his feet into the ground, all right, this is not an easy thing to do. We are opening to the left, all right? We are reading these defenders over here. We saw, Peyton Thorne struggle like hell with this year, right? All right, having the twitch to get our body fully turned around, okay, and get the ball back in our base set this way, all right, and rip this football. It requires a lot of athleticism and twitch, and then to put it out in front of that wide receiver where we need to be. You can see it from the back end right here. If the camera angle doesn't leave too quickly, what I'm talking about with the efficiency of this stroke, it gets in and out really, really quickly. Hey, yo. My bad. I just realized what that sounded like. That's on me. Now, all right, so here's the deal. This is the stuff that I don't like about him, right? And we're going to show you a good bit of this, just turn downs and an unwillingness to take the easy stuff and convert the sticks and just continue to be methodical and be patient as a quarterback. When you're this good of an offense like Miami is, you're going to get a bunch of soft zone coverage, right? So here it is, 3rd and 3 is the down and distance. So all we really got to do is convert this 3 yards on this opening drive of the football game, continue to move the sticks, right? So here's the concept that he's got. He's got off zone coverage right here from this nickel defender, all right? And we're going to run this speed out from Xavier Restrepo. This corner is going to bail. He is going to drop into a hook curl zone, all right? As soon as we take the snap and get into our drop, we see that we got Xavier Restrepo open and running against leverage, right? And we got an opportunity to convert the sticks right here. For some reason, we turn this ball down, all right? We pull the ball down. We try to create a little bit too much, all right? And I know there's pressure in our face, but guess what? We're about to be a top 5, top 10 round, or top 10 overall draft pick, right? There's folks talking about us being 1-1. If we go 1-1, we're probably not going to be surrounded by a bunch of great players. So we've got to be able to go now. We've got to be able to take what's given from the defense. This is something that Jaden Daniels did a tremendous job of this year with Washington, and something that maybe Caleb Williams failed to do consistently, right? This is the difference between a successful, basically an all-pro rookie year, maybe the greatest we've ever seen, and a guy who struggled to not take sacks that he shouldn't, right? Struggled to play within the system that the coordinator was asking him to do. You see clips like that where he's just holding the ball, but maybe not taking what's given. And then you see clips like this where you obviously can tell Jonathan that he knows football. All right, we're going to check at the line of scrimmage, all right, because we know we got some type of zone coverage, and we think we've got some type of zone coverage. We got a butt to the sideline here, all right, eyes on us over here. They're really trying to sell like they're playing man coverage, guys. They are not. They're playing zone coverage to start the football game. We've got this deep over from Xavier Restrepo that we know we want right here on 1st and 10. We're trying to get a chunk play right here. So what are we going to do to take care of these two hook defenders right here in the middle? I want to watch this from the wide, and then I want to show you from the tight what ultimately happens right here. You see right here from the wide, we open to the field, or we open to the boundary right here. We're going to read this mesh guard, this bump stack release concept right here. But really, all we're trying to do is get this linebacker up off of the hash, because we're trying to throw this deep over on the spot, meaning literally we're trying to hit him on that hash mark right there, as we just did. All right, you can really see this from the back. I watched this first, Jonathan, and I'm like, wow, he's really clicking through his reads. No, he's not. He's manipulating zone defenders, pretending to read the short side of the field, knowing good and damn well he's working back to the deep over. Check this out, okay? Let's fast forward just a little bit. Down set hut, okay? We're going to open to the right, and you see, we already moved him right off the hash. And we're going to continue to do so, holding those concepts until we click over. And now, we clicked over immediately with who? With what? Eyes on Restrepo. We've got eyes on that deep over right now, and we're going to try to put it into that window right over the spot of the football. right? It's a great job right there. Probably could have been put out a little bit in front of his face. And let's take a look at the mechanics and see if we can find an area why. You're always going to find this dude stepping off the midline. I love this, okay? He's never going to close himself off too much. We're going to take a midline of his body. That left foot's always going to be up off the midline, all right? Shoulders are always going to be square. He is a very, very rotational thrower. I do think we get a little too low sometimes, a little too low. But I mean, when you watch the way this guy throws, those aren't the problems. It's the not making the decisions on time that I find a problem with in the game so far. Now I like his process here. All right, it's a lot going on in this snap. All right, they're showing a too high look right here before the snap. Okay, so he thinks he's getting too high zone. As the ball is snapped, they're going to roll to a cover 3. This guy's going to roll down. He's going to roll back. We're going to get a butt to the sideline, bailing into cover 3. A bunch of hook curl players here from him. Now, I believe he's reading the hitch down here once he realizes they roll to cover 3. All right, once he realizes he's throwing this curl, rather, he's going to take a peek at number 9 as he rolls to his right. As number 9 bails into his hook curl and runs up underneath this curl route, immediately Cam Ward knows I'm not throwing that, and he starts to scramble. I like the process right here. Okay, watch this. I know I explained everything that was going to happen pre-snap. All right, there's the cover 3 coverage, right? We got this. We see the middle of the field's closed. We know we got cover 3. We like this curl right here. I love the process that he's working. Now, as soon as he realizes I'm working the curl, let's see what happens. Watch how quickly he snaps his eyes to that nickel. Oh, the nickel's bailing, right? So now I know, okay, the curl's cooked. So my process is already happening before I even get into my drop. Watch what happens as soon as he gets to the top of his drop. He already knows I've got to scramble. I got to get out of the pocket and extend. So we get to the top of our drop, and we're immediately getting out of the pocket. All right. This might look like some of the other clips where maybe, you look at it and you say, oh, he's bailing the pocket too soon, right? No. He sees what's happening. He understands why he has to extend by the time he gets to the top of his drop. And you can tell by the timing of it, right? There's no float to the drop, and I can tell also by where his eyes are. We're reading that nickel defender. We see that hard bail. We know we're getting off of this comeback. All right, we showed a clip earlier of him turning down this speed out, right, from Restrepo. I think I now know why, all right, and we're going to show you some absurdity. Part of this study makes me want to stay away. Part of this study and throws like this make me think he might be the next great one because he does insane stuff like this right here. So we have this concept right here. We've got an out and we've got a go route, all right, against zone coverage. So we're going to try to read what this corner does and ultimately what this flat defender does. Our eyes are working through this read the entire time. But we have to set our feet, or our feet, our lower half, we have to set them to this speed out right here. And I'll explain why over here on this type. How should I do this? Should I do this over there? Yeah. All right, so here's and cut. All right, imagine you are the speed out, all right? If I overset to you, I can still hit that throw over there. However, if I set to that throw over there, I can't throw across my body and hit that speed out. So when we read these concepts and get to the top of our drop, we've got to set more towards the outer breaking route. And because the outer breaking route, we can't miss inside, right? We miss inside, it's going back to the house. So we're going to set our feet to that out. However, very rarely do we ever throw that whole shot with our feet set to the out with this type of velocity that I'm going to show you. This is the absurdity that I would look at and say, this is the absurdity that I would look at and say, maybe I do draft the guy. Maybe I'll just take everything that comes with the negatives because this is the type of stuff we got going on. Look at this right here. All right. If I just freeze frame this to anybody watching it, to every defender looking at this, we think he is throwing this speed out to Restrepo right now. Everything about his lower body is reading to that plane. We are actually going to throw this football out here into this tight window. Look how tight that window is, and look how anticipatory this throw is from Cam Ward. These are NFL explosives, right? These are the types of anticipatory hole shot throws that make NFL offenses go. You're not just going to be able to dink and dunk your way, all right, and be successful in the NFL. You're going to have to make anticipatory tight window throws, windows that look closed now, all right, that will ultimately be open when we let it rip. The lower body mechanics right there are what's absurd to me. Setting so far, and this ball being on the right hash, everything about this is one-of-one type of unique ability at the quarterback position, all right, that you'd want to invest in. Now, we get a look at it from the tight, and you can really say, or you can really see what I talk about when I say slamming the momentum onto our front side as a quarterback, all right? We've got a lot of rotational energy coming from our back side, right? Our right side of our throwing body when we're right-handed quarterbacks. All of that motion has to be slammed onto our left side and stopped upon release to create that whipping action that we get from these really, really good rotational throwers. So watch this from Cam. Watch his lower body mechanics. What you'll see, Jonathan, is we never close or we never collapse our left side. Our left side stays strong and stays firm, okay? That knee's not pushing back in towards us. It's not driving back in towards us. It's slamming everything efficiently onto that front side. That's what creates that whipping action. And you can even see that back right foot, Jonathan. This is when you really know rotational throwers are really keyed in and glued in correctly. Watch that right foot upon release. Watch it twitch and kick up, all right? Right there. Boom. You see that? That little kick without that front side slamming back into them. That's what rotational throwers look like. Also, key to note right here, that left hand, real firm in on that body. It's not loose. It's not lagging out on us. We're not leaning any one way. This is what rotational throwers look like. This is what juice and life looks like, even though the ball not 100% tight right there. So you see that throw. That's an absurd one. All right, and then we got this stuff, okay? Then we got this stuff. This is a sack on Sundays. I'm telling you right now. Everything about the is this going to be translatable? The answer is no. I don't believe so. Rushers are way too good on Sunday to do this type of stuff, okay? It is 2nd and 4. It is 2nd and 4 right now. What do you see immediately as we get to the top of our drop? Look, we're just now starting to step up in this pocket. I get to the top of my drop, I see nothing but damn bailing, don't you, Jonathan? I see everybody bailing out of their zones on 2nd and 4 on a Sunday. We got to hit our check down right now. Get the ball out of your hand. Let's go. We can't think that we're going to kill these guys on Sunday. Hell, you're not going to kill Cal right now. Cal's got you beat in the back end. You're not getting an explosive. Check the ball down. Let's go. Instead, we start to scramble around. We evade back out of the pocket. Another 10, 12, 13, 14 yards. These end up in real bad situations when we do this stuff on Sundays, okay? We've got to be willing to play on script, particularly in situations where they're giving us a first down. It's 2nd and 4. Hit the check down. We got a 10-yard gain. Let's go. That's a negative decision as a quarterback, okay? Gets us behind the sticks. Now, let's watch this one from the tight. I don't know. There's a big discussion in quarterback mechanic worlds about ball droppers, okay? People who really get low with their delivery. I'm not going to call him a ball dropper, Jonathan. I'm going to call him a ball rocker. If you watch him, he is a rhythmic thrower, all right? He is going to get in and he is going to rock into his motion, and it's really quick. Let's watch this. Fast, all right, and you can see what I'm talking about here, Jonathan, with the dropping of the ball, but more so a rocking of the motion, getting into that back half, all right, and letting it rip right here. We do tend to kind of let that ball drop. Let me show you. Let me slow it down for you just a tad bit. I know he's really quick, and that's the point. It's still really quick. It's a dropping motion right there, but in my mind, it's really a rocking motion. He's trying to get into rhythm right here because I've timed this. All right, over and over through this film study, gone through here. Y'all can't see it, but I got little second hands and down to the hundredths of seconds, okay? About 0.33 to 0.41 in terms of release time. The moment he starts to rock into his motion to the moment it comes out, it's plenty fast in my mind, all right? Plenty fast. I think the fastest I ever saw was NFL Super Bowl broadcast of Tom Brady getting it out in like 0.27. Insane. It's a deep dot right here. This ball's got to be caught. This ball's got to be caught. I love how tight he keeps his front side. Okay, any young quarterback watching this right now, if there is one thing you need to study from Cam Ward is how firm and how tight he keeps that left hand when he rips through the zone, okay? Even when he's really, it's a 65-yard throw right here. Even when he's really, really trying to rip it, guys, he is slamming all of that energy onto that front side. He's never losing it, okay? He's never losing it. Watch it now. I do think we fade a little bit on this football, but look how tight that left hand is. It is right there on that left pectoral, and it will stay on that left pectoral the entire time. All right? And look at the ball placement here. I think this thing's got to be caught. Got to be caught. So you see the deep ball accuracy, you see the good deep ball mechanics that will lead to consistent results in the deep ball accuracy. And then you see this stuff. I can't quite remember what the down and distance is. Let's go back and check. Okay, so it's 2nd and 10 right here. We're already behind schedule as an offense. I think our down and distance is a little bit off. It's actually 2nd and 6, if you see that right there. So it's about 2nd and 6 right here. All right, let's see what we got. My notes say we probably should be checking the ball down. Or not checking the ball down, playing on time. Playing on time right here on 2nd and 4. I think I know what we got. We got a spacing concept up at the top. No, we don't. All right. My notes are getting bamboozled. We have that speed out now, though. We have the speed out to the bottom right now on 2nd and 4, where we are working. Let's see here. He's reading the out now. He doesn't like it. He comes off of it. So now we're reading the tight end right here. We're reading the tight end. So we ran 1. Now we're reading 2 right here. Let's see if we like the tight end. Does he open? Oh, he's actually breaking out. Huh. I don't like that throw either right there, Jonathan. So now he's into scramble mode. Okay, we're into scramble mode. The backside dig's wide open. We're not playing with it. We're just going to take off and run. Oh, no, he flicked it late. Okay. All right. It's one of those things where you watch the clip the first time when you're taking the notes and you're like, damn, dude, I thought the tight end was kind of open. And you watch it the second time, you're like, ooh, I don't know if I'd throw it. If you have one of those in real live action, you ain't throwing it. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of okay on 3rd, 4th, 5th glance right here of evaluating this clip of understanding what the quarterback's actually having to deal with. All the while getting 5-man rushes. Yeah, he getting 5-man rushes all night. So I'm kind of cool with this. Ugh. Yeah, the spinal rotation on this athlete is insane. That's, I don't want to say the name, but you know who it is. Yeah, that's kind of like that. And then we got this. Bro refusing to play on time right here. Absolute refusal on, what was this, 3rd and 3? Oh, that's a 2nd and 12. Yeah, 2nd and 12 right here. Man, just come on. All right, we're working the top of the concept. Okay, coach has given us a spacing concept. We got an out and a hitch right here on 2nd and 12. Now, why would coach be calling this on 2nd and 12? Well, first and foremost, well, ball's in the green zone, so we're probably in 4-down territory. So 2nd down's really 1st down, if you know what I mean. All right, so coach is trying to get into a 3rd and 5. Coach is trying to get into a 3rd and 4 because that's really 2nd and 4 for him in 2-down territory right here. So coach is trying to give you an answer. Let's play on time a little bit right there. Boom, hit it right now. Go, put the ball inside, let him turn up, run up the field. We have it. All right, we choose not to. So now we work down to the bottom of the field, which the bottom of the field is just 2 guys really running shit off. All right, so what's really at the bottom of the field is Mark Fletcher leaking out of the backfield. And here he goes, leaks right now. Hey, give him the ball. But too bad, we got a rusher in our face right now. So now we've got to escape. Let's escape. Now we get sacked. Oh, no, we don't. We escape a sack. Oh, we get the ball out. We throw it. You know what I'm saying? When all we had to do really was get the ball out right now. Get to the top of our drop. The answer's right there. Go. Sometimes we don't have to hunt for the biggest play available. Where's he looking? He looks it off immediately. I don't know why. Damn. Lets you see the athleticism. He does run away from folks, but again, translatable stuff, right? This does not work, I don't think, on the next level. Okay? He is really strong, but I don't know how many arm tackles you run through on Sundays. Okay, a lot of this stuff is tackled. Great job throwing the ball away, though. Great job getting rid of it. I just think we get sacked on Sundays before we even get a chance. Now, I told you at the very beginning of the study, he doesn't have a ton of misses, okay? Now, it was about 65% completion percentage this year at Miami. It wasn't 73. It wasn't like dialed in all the time. But when he does miss, he's going to miss high, which would almost, it would make me even worry a little bit more because those are tips, overthrows, and interceptions 9 times out of 10. Tips and overthrows are interceptions on Sundays. So these things would scare me a little bit knowing that, hey, when he does miss, he's going to elevate footballs, right? He's going to sail them at all times when he does miss. And the reason being, again, I think we do have a propensity to get underneath the football a little bit, which causes us to elevate things. I don't mind if you're out here. I don't mind if you're at that 90-degree angle, but we got to be on the side of the ball, okay? We can't be up underneath it, pushing it and elevating it on comebacks and corners. Couple plays later, okay? I think this is just a not rolling your wrist over a release point. Okay, that's all it is. It's a small minor adjustment. In fact, it'll make the ball come out even a little bit hotter. All right, but this ball even sails on him. All right, we're trying to hit this check down right here to number 3. I think this is George. All right, we sail it. I gotta stop saying all right. I get on this board coaching and I turn into a wannabe Nick Saban. All right. Let's see if we can get a good shot of this undercarriage delivery, if you will. He cuts it a little bit. Now, this is what I do love about this guy. It would make me pucker up if I had to coach him. He gonna take some risks, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to take some risks. The middle of the field looks and appears to be closed. I believe we're running somebody right into the middle of it. Once he sees the safety bail off the middle of the hash, he's hunting. Okay, there goes the safety off the middle of the hash. They rotate basically into a Tampa 2. You've got deep half. You've got middle of the field. You've got deep half. All right. We got this running into this zone. He's going to try to throw over this guy in between these two. And he's damn near going to get the wide receiver chopped off. All right. But probably should have been caught. Probably should have been caught. Also love the willingness sometimes to just try it. Also think it might be a pick on Sundays. Yeah. You can see him here looking through it. I mean, that don't get more sidearm, Bubba. It does not. It does not get more directly from the shoulder clavicle. Not a problem. I don't think it's a problem as long as we're not sailing footballs. All right, they're trying to get a sail route right here to Restrepo, but this corner immediately bails, gets on top of it. All right, so watch. That's the concept that we're trying to work. We're trying to hunt to Restrepo here. I think it's 1st and 10. Yeah, 1st and 10. First play of the possession right here. P and 10. It's an important play that we stay ahead of the sticks to start the drive. We're trying to get a shot. Okay, we're trying to hit Restrepo on this sail route. We see right now that we do not like it. We should be checking the ball down right now. We should be getting the ball out of our hands and checking the ball down. Instead, he holds, rolls all the way back right. And this is awesome. I think we get we do. We get a completion to Restrepo right here. We ultimately get a scramble drill. And this looks great. And most people put it on the highlight tapes. I like sometimes that on 1st and 10, we just take what the defense is giving us. Oh, hey, look, there he is. Put it right in front of his face. Let him run. He's probably going to pick up 9, 10 yards instead of us risking, potentially getting sacked right here. I know we made 7 miss. But what if 7 is, I don't know, an NFL pass rusher? It's awesome that we can do this. And honestly, as an evaluator, kind of like you plus minus him. You give him a plus for the ability to create and throw off script and play outside the framework. But you give him a minus for not being able to play inside the framework when the framework was the answer. Go to play 40. All right, so we are in 2-minute drill right here. It is 2nd and 8. So 2-minute drill, what can we not do in a 2-minute drill? We cannot obviously turn it over. We don't want to turn it over. But what can we really not do? We can't take a sack. We definitely can't take a catastrophic sack. We definitely can't take a sack where we lose a bunch of field position. If the left tackle gets beat clean and we get our backside just absolute, if we get sacked from the backside because the tackle gets his ass whipped, that's on him. But if we do this, this is catastrophic stuff. This is stuff that you look at and you say, oh my God, we can't do that. All right, we're holding the ball, holding the ball, holding the ball, holding the ball. Now we're going to run backwards and take a 19-yard sack in a 2-minute drill. All right, let's count how many different options and times we could have thrown the ball and gotten rid of it. So he worked here to the top on the double move. I think that's what they're trying to get to. Doesn't like it. Now I'm pretty sure he's peeping Restrepo over the middle. Doesn't like it. Got a bunch of people. All right, so where do we work next? Next, we work down here to the left side. I got 2 answers right here. I can throw this ball and get it out of my hands with timeouts left, okay, and have an opportunity to continue to play. We don't. We keep holding the football. We pump again. We pump again. Now we're scrambling. Now we're scrambling. Now we're scrambling. Now we take a sack. Can't do this. Actually, I think he tries to throw this ball away at the very end. I think they called him knee down right there. Yeah, they called him knee down. I think this is another ball thrown high. Elevates on him a little bit. Yep. Right over the middle of the field. I think they drop it because of it too. Yeah, I think this is number 3 again, gets a little worried. Or number 11 gets a little worried. He's about to get a rib shot, drops football. See what I mean when I say getting under it just a tad bit? Yeah. Our fingertips are nowhere near the edge of that football. We are never going to get that nose down. We never will. That nose will always, always, always flutter on us immediately out of our hand. And that's what causes the elevation, guys. Those first 3 little flutters out of his hand. 1, 2, 3. Now the ball's floating on you. Anytime you see a quarterback do that one, wide receiver's about to get killed. Okay? All right, so we had that ball elevate on us, right? And we failed to play on script, play before that and took a bad sack, right? This is the very first play of the third quarter. Very first play of the third quarter. Let's take a look at it. Coach trying to get us a zone beater right now, okay? Coach trying to get us something with an immediate answer. We're going to walk up, step on his toes, and break out. We've got a flat-footed defender right now, Jonathan, and a corner running with that go route. That is Xavier Restrepo. That is our guy. I'm going to bet everything I love that he finna make some separation right here. He finna get some separation at the top of this route. Bingo, bango, bongo. Ball on him now. Ball on him now. It's P and 10. We just started the second half. We're down in this football game big, I think, right? Why aren't we throwing the football? I don't know. We come off of it. We start to scramble. We roll right, and we do the number one thing you cannot do, rolling right. We throw all the way back left as lackadaisically as we possibly can, and we give up a pick 6. All right, there's a ton about this that I obviously don't like, but there's a ton about this that just doesn't make any sense, guys. This is a decision that you make or you watch on tape. The ball should be out right now. We shouldn't be worried about pass rush, but we do get a pass rush. We roll right, and this is as lackadaisical as we can do and as no as we possibly can do. Chunk that bitch out of bounds. Honestly, Jonathan, one decision like that, 42 games into his career, as a general manager who my job is on the line. If this guy flames out, I flame out. I see one decision like that in a game where he's down, and I might just say I can't do it. I'd rather take Daniel Jones than Anthony Richardson, because Daniel Jones mediocrely gets to his second contract, which means I mediocrely get to mine. But if we bust year 2, if we know we're not the guy, then they might get rid of my ass too. You know what I'm saying? And I see one of these, and I know that 12 of these in 1 year makes me gone. You know what I'm saying? That would scare the life out of me. Great play 3. Got gifted one. You're going to have to cut this. I got jacked up footage over here. I don't know what happened. Got too excited. Hell yeah. All right. Almost done here, Jonathan. Oh, another double negative. Another double negative right here. Hate double negatives. Double negatives can't happen. Why are we not hitting Xavier Restrepo right here? We are running mesh Z spot. Mesh spot right here on a short yardage situation. Okay? We are meshing. We are going to run someone to the spot. Now, we run mesh against a bunch of man coverage because we know you can't run with our guys because we're crossing them all over the place. And if we see some type of zone, guess what? We're hitting the spot because he's stopping right in the spot to the two zones that we're crisscrossing in front of. That's what we got going on as a concept right here, knowing good and damn well that eventually, especially against man coverage, this right here is going to happen. Xavier Restrepo is going to be wide ass open with that number 9 having to run through all that garbage right here on 3rd and 4. The ball should be out right now. We should be throwing this right now to Xavier Restrepo. Instead, we're going to take another sack. All right? If we don't take a sack, yeah, we get the ball thrown away. I think we don't get called for a grounding here, do we? No, we don't. But either way, how on earth, this is what we called it for. We called mesh because we want 7 running to grass and making that guy run through trash and responsible for covering it. And this would piss me off because I see a play like this on 48, and I say piss me off as his coordinator because I know we almost had a Heisman season, but dude, we left so much on the film. We left so much on the field, rather. All right, like this right here. We see this play, first play of the possession right here, P and 10, okay? Coach done got in his ear and said, hey, dude, I'm giving you answers. Play on script. Please, for the love of God, will you do that? Because guess what happens? We get into a 2nd and 4, which means guess what we can do on 2nd and 4, Jonathan? We can run the damn ball. And when we can finally run the ball, we can be a little bit more balanced. All right, so we run the ball, and guess what we do? We pick up a first down. Oh, my God, that's crazy. And then we go to play 50, and we give them another one. We give him another 1st and 10. Let's give him an answer, coach. Let's give him, his best guy with an option right here. Same thing we gave him a couple plays ago. He's got an option to break in. Ball out of your hand right now. Give it to Restrepo. Let's go. Give it to Restrepo. What do? We don't. We check back out. We roll back out. We roll right. We throw it away. Even the guy he clicks to this tight end over here. All right, he clicks off of Restrepo for some reason, clicks to the tight end. I'm going to show you from the tight view. Both of them are wide ass open. For some reason, no, we want more. We want more on 1st and 10. So we're going to scramble and try to hit Restrepo late down the sideline, throw it out of bounds. We have Restrepo on our first read. Look at it from the tight right here. We open left. Now, I've already shown you Restrepo wins, okay? But before we even let Restrepo win, we're clicking off to the right. So we only click off to the right because we know we got the tight end breaking back in. Well, here comes the tight. Throw the ball. Oh, well, we can't because we got pass rushed. Well, they've been sending 5 at this point the whole game, guys. So you think that would incentivize us to play a little bit more on time, right? You think it would. As the game progresses, I do love his mechanic because I'm a rotational guy. I favor guys like that throw the ball from rotational movements, not linear movements. I don't want you leaning over your front side, but he tends to lean back arm side almost as the game progresses, right? We started the game being able to draw a line right down his midline. At this point, we're kind of drawing that line back arm side. We're kind of leaning here, and when we lean, all right, the ball kind of flutters on us. We don't have as much rip and juice as we once did, but this is a tight window right here, right? We're reading the mesh concept. Guess what? I told you earlier, if we get zone on mesh Z spot, what are we going to throw? We're going to throw the spot route, right? Because he's going to sit down in between the two zones that we're running across. That's a great job at running the purpose of the play. In all caps, take the check down. In all caps, take the check down. Take it now. All right, take it right now. Everyone has bailed. Everyone's back is to you, buddy. Everyone is running off right now. Just give it to the back right now. What we don't want to do is what he ends up doing right here. He's going to elongate this play. He's going to stretch. And at the very end, as the running back's running towards the sideline, he's going to back shoulder this back. He's going to put it on his left hip, which is awesome if that guy's a tight end that's used to that. And the reason he's putting it on his left hip is because he wants him to turn up the sideline. Watch this right here, Jonathan. Okay, we're going to stretch, wait out. All right, and try to turn this back inside. What do you think happens right here? He drops the football. He drops the football because that's not what he's used to doing. He's used to, in practice, running that little arrow route, turn it right around and go, oh, look, there's the ball. And then run it right down the sideline, turn it up the sideline, and finishing the rep during practice. He is not used to being back-hipped like that right there, so he drops the ball. We should just take it right now. We see, hey, look, he's turning around looking for the ball because that's the timing. He's caught every single one of those. He's caught it right in front of his face, and we should be throwing it right to his face right now instead of letting all of this develop. We're waiting for that deep over to run into what? We're waiting for this to run into what? He's standing right there. And then we follow it up with this right here. I can't do it. This is the note where I said I can't do it. I cannot do it right now. All right, we're trying to work a tight end screen to number 9 right here. The play is dead, buddy. The play is dead. They have gotten over the top. He sniffed it out. We're getting pressure. The play is dead. Throw it out of bounds for the love of God. Whatever we do, let's not try to be a superhero here. And that's exactly what he does. And by the way, we can't have this tight end go downfield anyway. So we got offensive linemen downfield. So the idea that we want to send him and wait for him to release vertically and get up into a crease of the defense, no. Throw it out of bounds right now. The moment we decide that we are going into extension mode, right out of bounds. Instead, what do? We try to hit him late. He tips the ball damn near right to a Cal defender. Again, could you imagine, Jonathan? I'm a general manager who spent my entire life scouting, doing everything, finally got an opportunity to be a GM. And I got the number 1 pick overall. And I see plays like that. Do I risk my career? You know what I'm saying? All right, and then I'm going to show you a throw later, and you're going to be like, all right, I get it. Never mind, I got to do it. Like this throw right here. We got to be 35, 40 minutes into this study by now. I can't tell how many times with how many things have gone wrong. I see all the bad mistakes, and I see all the unwillingness to play on time and all that good stuff. And then I see this shit right here. All right. Then I see this, right? Not only do we catch the 12th man running off the field, okay? Y'all can't see, but there's another corner that just ran off the field. Not only do we see that, we're about to make one of the best throws that I think we're going to see on this entire series that we do. That right there, okay? Watch it from the tight. Yeah, we get the 12th man. Then we come over here and we rip this foosball. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's into basically 4 defenders. There's a corner over here, a linebacker that just fell on his butt trying to jump up and catch that ball, another backside inside linebacker, and the safety. Now, I know it's a free play, but you still got to be able to throw that ball. You still got to be able to get in there. And then we got this one. All right, 2 different plays I want to show you. All right, we got a guy who's floating on this one. All right, he's floating over here to his left, and I think it causes this ball to miss a little bit. All right. I don't know why. I don't know why we're throwing that back that way. We're rotating left, and then we miss that guy inside because we're floating left inside the pocket. I left this on the clip because of why, Jonathan? What is that on Sundays? That's a pick. That's a pick 6, honestly. We're going back the other way. So this lackadaisical approach sometimes does come back to haunt him. We have no reason, all right? We got pressure here. All right, they're sending 6 at us right now. There's really no reason for us right now to be bailing back left. Everyone's gotten picked up. We should hold firm in here, keep our base solid, and rip this football. Instead, we're floating back left. Our energy's floating this way. We're trying to throw back this way. Of course, we miss towards the way our energy is floating. And then we see this. This is the last throw we're going to look at today because this is just stupidity. This is the stuff that I would see clips like this, and I would just bypass everything wrong. I would just bypass everything wrong with him and just say, okay, whatever. All right, I'll just take it. I don't even know how you throw this football and how you're willing to throw it at the rate that he does, at the time that he does. I mean, there is no more tighter window in terms of zone coverage, right? Bottom line, if I were drafting a quarterback in this class, I would probably draft a position player, suck for a couple more years. I'm scared. I'm terrified. I hope you enjoyed it. Love you. Bye.